Well, friends, I have 86 days left to tackle this because in my Clean Slate challenge, I am genuinely challenging myself to just clear my slate off before the year is up. And a big piece of that really has to do with the physical. I am so sick and tired of feeling overwhelmed and frustrated and just like everything is too much. And so what I'm doing is I'm literally going through each and every room of my house and removing everything out except for the bare essentials so that I can really assess what I need, what I'm using, what I want to have there, and start to actually rebuild the life that I want to live. Now, the only room I've completed so far is my living room. Funny enough, the only room that when I'm in right now in my house that I just feel no overwhelm and absolutely at peace is my living room. So today we're gonna keep on keeping on here with that process, but first, let's check out my morning routine. Good morning, little buddy. Good morning. This is supposed to be under your water. Want some more food? Good morning, little buddy. There you go. Off you go. Another day of whatever Benny does. I forgot that I need to make creamer today, so I guess I'll do that real quick. Do 2 scoops of protein powder. I will link the one I get down below. It's affordable and good. And then I put just a little bit of milk to start off with so I can froth it. Best frother in the world, I'm telling you. And then top it back off with milk. A good final shake. Luckily, I did schedule my coffee last night, so at least it's ready to go. And as a special treat, we picked these up at Walmart the other day. I'll link it down below. They had a ton of them. And just a nice little topping to feel fancy. A little bit of maple brown sugar to start my day. It is genuinely crisp and cool this morning. We've had some nice mornings, we've had some cool mornings, but this is the first like officially crisp, cool air morning. I love fall so much. Hello, autumn. So now that all of that is good to go, I've kind of taken care of the things I need to take care of. Some days I'm gonna have a lot of time to devote to this. Other days I'm not. And it is already almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm probably gonna have, maybe a couple hours now to work on this here as I kind of wrap up my day. So today we are going to tackle the master bathroom. This is one room that I was thinking about what I wanted to do and should I do like, come on, Betty. Hold on, come on. You just really want up here? Of course you do. No, don't fight with Lois. There you go, sit down. On one hand, I thought about moving into like my kitchen and dining room next since that's next to my living room, but there's so much to do in this room, I just could not physically fit it into my schedule today. And I said, you know what? I really love how impactful having the living room done, how much I feel that. What if I did my master bathroom next? Because that is the first room that I go to in the morning where I wake up and I go into the restroom. And it's the last room kind of I go into before I go to bed. And it's also one where my heart issues in this area are kind of the most prevalent. So come with me, let's check out my master bathroom and all of its messy hoarder-y glory and actually tackle that today because I have a feeling that we might have some similarities when it comes to what's going on in our bathroom, even though I know that sounds ridiculously weird now that I realize I'm saying it out loud to people I've never met on the internet. But hear me out, I think this is going to matter. All right, puppies, I love you so much, but I'm gonna get up. No!
Hey, you're next, Lois.
She's like, no, let me just stay on the couch. Hold on, she's on her dash-hound chair. Let her stay on her dash-hound chair. She's curled up. I don't even know why there's a snow jacket out here. I love that she's like, snow jacket? Yes, leave me here on the dash-hound chair. Betty, no, you don't have to fight her. I found a sleepy kitty. Isn't she so cute? Also, the girls refilled the ducks' pool today, so they are happy, happy babies. It cracks me up because they sit there in their pool and like look down the hill at the road and just watch cars drive by. But it's really cute because they sit there, they'll like line up right there in their pool facing out down towards the road and just like watch the road as if it were their TV. So it's kind of cute. But hello, duckies. We've got Toothless, Chica, and Palm just hanging out, being happy little babies. So my bathroom is kind of one of those spots that has so much stuff in it. You can see the thing hanging on the back of my door. I've noticed that there is this scarcity mindset that consistently creeps up on me. And especially I think since Hurricane Helene last year, it's gotten a little out of control, and I will be using stuff and then get to this point where I notice that it's running low and I worry that I'm going to run out. I'm going to run out and I'm not going to be able to have what I need or what I want or what someone might need when the time comes. And so then instead of just finishing using the item, I stop using it and I just have these like half empty bottles sitting around everywhere because I don't want to run out. And then it's ridiculous because then I'll go somewhere else and I'll buy more of that type of thing versus using up what I had to begin with. And I have all of this stuff that kind of just makes it into my bathroom, and even some things that I meant to use or I meant to do something with or I meant to get to or I had been using or whatever the case is that I just kind of haven't gotten back around to. And now they just sit here. And even though I feel like I try to keep things kind of organized and together and I try to keep up on these things, I'm noticing that in here I've got a bunch of stuff that's just kind of odd and hanging around. And so I want to strip everything out of the space. I have some stuff that my mom set down the other day that I need to go through. And honestly, I haven't, because I realized as I was looking into the last couple boxes, it's all bathroom related stuff. So then those boxes are just sitting out in the kitchen because they need to get dealt with in here, but then I haven't dealt in here. So I didn't want to just add more to it, whatever the case is. I'm going to go ahead, strip everything out of here and really address hopefully the heart issue of why I'm holding on to the things I'm holding on to. And my goal is to only put back, okay? I'm saying this to you so we can hold me to this, here in a little bit when I finish it all up and we're finishing up the video. My goal is to only put back the things that I am literally actually using each and every day. Anything else that I have, if it is still full, still sealed, whatever, I have my prepared pantry down in my basement that I've been building up where I have shelves for extra toiletries and things like that so we could have them on hand. I'm gonna go and put those things on the shelves in my prepared pantry if they're still, like I said, sealed up or full, in good shape, and they can go down because I want to be shopping from my prepared pantry before I go shopping in the store. That's another piece of this we'll get into, I'm sure, as we take the next 86 days to work through these things. But everything else needs to go. And I need to stop holding on to it. If I'm not using it, if it's not helping add to the positive of my life each day, I need to stop clinging on to it and holding on with like this death grip because I'm so afraid that I'm gonna run out or something's not gonna work or something's gonna happen. And instead I'm allowing this like clutter to just be everywhere and to weigh me down. So that is the goal in all of this. Wish me luck. And side note in this, I know some of you have commented and they're like, well, what do you do with your family? What do you do with your husband? We're going to talk about that specifically here in a little bit. I want to just touch on the husband aspect since obviously my husband and I, we share this bathroom. I am going to kind of glance, like there's a couple of these shelves that I know are his, as well as we have little baskets here underneath our vanity. So I'm going to glance in his and kind of tidy it up, but I'm going to leave his relatively untouched here in the bathroom. Now, when we get to doing our actual bedroom, I do plan to sit down with my husband and be like, all right, this is what I want to do. Like, do you want to please, please, please join me in stripping everything out of here, even your stuff too, and only putting back the things that like you literally wear and use each and every day. I cannot force my husband to want to be on board for this. I can't. And I'm not going to pick a fight or cause an issue because I'm like, hey, we need to get rid of all your stuff. Like that's not what I want to do. So I get it. If you're trying to do this and your spouse is like, what on earth are you doing? I don't want to get rid of my things. We'll talk more in detail about that. And if you have any questions specifically, leave me a comment down below so we can tackle those here maybe later this week or next week. I do plan today for in our bathroom space to kind of tidy and look at his stuff and see if there's anything that I know we can get rid of or I know I can ask him about, but I'm not necessarily like dragging him in here and being like, hey, you need to figure this out right here, right now, okay? So little note about that. And let me just show you a couple things, what I'm dealing with when it comes to that like scarcity heart issue, that deeper root that I know I'm dealing with. I have a couple examples just to show you kind of my ridiculousness, and I'm really just skimming the surface here, but I want to show you a couple of the things where I'm struggling with this, and then let's just make it happen. So judgment-free zone, right? What is that thing we listen but we don't judge? Okay, let me show you let me show this example. I bought this forever ago to use on my hair. I absolutely love it. I don't know if you can hear. There's barely any left in it. There's just a tiny bit left, but it's kind of pricey. And so as I was getting low on this, I was like, oh, this works really well. I don't want to like not have it. So I got online to Amazon and I was doing some research to see if there was a different one that was less expensive and kind of still the same. I saw this one recommended, so I got this one. This one's practically full. I mean, there's maybe like, I don't use this stuff every single day, but I use it, you know, once or twice a week. This one still has some left in it. But yet I've been using this one because I don't want to run out of this one. So then I just don't even use it. It just sits there. And instead I like, now I have 2 of these in here. That's ridiculous. Now I can't get them to fit. There we go. That's ridiculous. Why do I have 2 of these when I should have finished up this one before using this one, but I didn't because I'm just holding on to this because I'm so afraid that I'm going to run out of it? I don't know. It's ridiculous. So my next example here, I love this candle. Can you guys, let me see, turn it this way so you can see a little bit better. Sorry. I love Capri Blue Volcano. It is like my favorite candle in the whole wide world. Look how dusty this is. This is how long it's been sitting here. I love this candle so much. And I got a gift card last year sometime. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to get myself another one of these candles because I love them so much. So I got it and I was like, oh, I'm going to put it just in my bathroom. It'll be a special treat. It'll be so lovely. I can use it when I'm doing my like nighttime routine. Like it'll be so luxurious and wonderful and like a little sweet something. But then I started getting worried about how much I was burning it. I didn't want to run out of it. So I got this just little cheap junky candle from Walmart, which means okay. I mean, I like it. It smells good, but I've been burning this one because I didn't want to be burning the other one until this one started to get lower. And then I started to do the same thing where I was like, oh no, I've almost used up the whole candle. I probably shouldn't burn it so often so that way it can last longer. So now sitting here, they literally sit like this on my counter. They sit like this, stacked on top of each other. And then I've just pushed them back. Like you can see the dust ring. I have just pushed them back. And now I don't use either of them because I bought this to be the candle I was using, stopped using it because it started to get a little bit lower, bought this one because it was cheaper and easier to replace, stopped using it because I started to get low, and now they both just sit here like this. How unbelievably ridiculous is that? Like that's insane. That's crazy. So I'm just seeing in like literally in every example I could point out to you here in this room where this heart issue, this scarcity issue that I think it's always been there for me, but I think especially for the past year specifically since Hurricane Helene, it's been this like subconscious thing that just is there and I'm doing it. And it's been happening more and more and more and more. And it wasn't until I really was like, this is big for me. Like I need to change this, and working through this. And I'm like, wow, I am doing this in so many areas of my life. It's ridiculous. But just realize that pretty much every item you see here, everything on the counter, down to everything in my little Temu, drawers or whatever you want to call these, pretty much everything that you see in all of this can be summed up by me holding on to little tiny bits of things just in case I run out of them and need them at some point. That's what's happening. So step 1, I'm going to strip absolutely everything out of here. I'm going to go grab the boxes of stuff that are bathroom things that came from my mom's house that I need to add to this and go through. I'm going to clean the space really, really well. And I'm going to put back only the things that I actually literally use each and every day. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of stuff that doesn't go in here because I don't even use that much stuff. Like I use the same few products every single day. So I make no sense whatsoever, but I don't know. I'm going to try to address it. We're going to Ray-Ban y'all and get a first-hand account here of all the stuff. This is more stuff that came from my mom's, but all the stuff as I pull it out here because it's just a mess, and it's like, I don't even know how it gets here. But next thing you know, you got 9 million just things laying everywhere. And come on, why with all the stuff? Why do I do this to myself? Why do I make my job harder for myself? So we'll go ahead and maybe time lapse this and get everything pulled out of here. Extra pack of floss picks that literally are covered in dust. They've been under here so long. All kinds of treasures. That probably just needs to be washed. Gross. So here's what everything looks like now. Totally cleared off. Nothing anywhere. My jewelry, I guess I could go through that. I only have a Again, I have a handful of things here, but I don't wear all of it. Yep, okay. I gotta pull that down because I didn't do that. Everything out of here. This pile of laundry I gotta take. My laundry basket has clean clothes in it right now, so that's why that's just a mess. So I do need to pick that up. Or like poopery. That is totally empty. That stuff is still wet because my husband actually just got, he was in here doing stuff earlier, so I will deal with that separately probably when I do this. That way those can be washed. Again, diatomaceous earth for my floor mat there. They are the best things to collect water, but everything is out of here, and unfortunately that means that everything is now out here and in dire need of attention. It's not gonna lie, a little embarrassing. Little embarrassing to see how much is out here. But then you look at it and you're like, wow, this is kind of ridiculous. The thing that's gonna be really ridiculous is I know I don't use a lot of this stuff on the daily. I'm telling you, do any of you get like, maybe it's just me, and you can say that. You can say, no, I think this is just you. I am seeing so much here, how much deeper this whole scarcity issue with me really is. And again, I think I've always had this from times of being really poor, times of just not being able to get what we need, times of just things happening and trying to be as frugal as I can. And I think there's a good part of that. Like, I don't think that's all bad, but I'm realizing just how much the past year since Helene has like made that like off the charts. I know this is like a fun challenge to clean and go through things, and I want to encourage you all with that, but I don't want to stop there at the superficial. I want to look down to the heart of it. And what this shows me is I have a lot of deep-seated heart issues that I haven't been addressing. So roll the film. Let's start digging through here. I wasn't recording, you guys couldn't hear it, but my husband just walked in the door and went, holy cow, good grief. Yeah, I know. I took everything out.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. Everything. Because I need to clear. Yeah, it's probably gonna take a hot minute at least. That's the stuff I like. I just don't ever use it very much. So, all the things I actually use are right here in this. The hair tools that I use, not necessarily daily, but regularly. The 2 chargers I actually needed. I needed a new razor, and these are the good ones I like, and I found one, so that. These, I just got this from my mom, and so I just kind of started using this. This was left up at my grandpa's house, and I forgot about it, but I love this stuff so much, so I'm going to kind of set it here. Nose strips. These are actually my favorite nose strips, just side note, that I got from TJ Maxx, and they're pretty phenomenal. So those. I use this, peroxide, having that on hand, static guard, nail polish remover, our hand soap, my mouthwash, a lotion. Again, Capri Blue, I love their stuff. So this is one I got with that gift card. At the same time, I got the candle that I've been using it up, but I've actually been trying, especially the past few weeks, to use this in the evening. Face stuff, my eye masks I showed you guys the other day that my mom gave me. Skincare I've actually been using, deodorant, toothbrush, epilator, body spray. I love this thing. I just need to clean it. I haven't cleaned it in a couple weeks. My lotion, or not lotion, my deodorant, nail brush, hair straightener that I curl my hair with. This is the, here, so in case I actually use the candles. I found the lighter. I had to go with it. The makeup that I actually do use regularly, which is basically just my Laura Geller bronzer and face stuff and whatever. Anyways, doesn't matter. The lotion, I need to pour this into my lotion bottle, my husband's fancy toothbrush face, and then this lotion I had left at my grandpa's that I actually really did like, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in the bathroom. These are things that I had in there that have literally been untouched, that really should go, will you throw this away? That really should go in our prepared pantry. These are things that I just got on sale that I like and that I hold on to. I actually really like the shave cream from Dollar Tree. So, and look at all these like face masks and things I've collected that I try to use regularly, but I obviously have way more than I need. And this, y'all, is the stuff that is open and used, but not really being touched ever since then. Like, this was an amazing face wash from Israel that I got. Like, you can't even see how much is left in it because that's how low it is. But yet I keep holding on to it because it was so good and I loved it so much and I can't replace it. So, like, I just kept holding on to it. Guys, this was embarrassing. This is a thing of acne patches. Let me just show you. Do you see this? Do you see this one, like, sad little circle here? That's all that's left on this. And I've been holding on to it with that one in there. But hold on, it gets even worse. I went and bought another pack of these that I have been using. Like, these are the pack that I have that I'm using, while this package is sitting here with one singular itsy bitsy little dot in it. That's ridiculous. So all of this stuff down here is all stuff that essentially I've just been holding on to and not actually using and hoarding for whatever reasons. I've been feeling the need to hoard it, while this right here that I have like spread out and laid out are the things I actually use in like a normal amount of time. And this is even with having a couple like extras mixed in here that aren't things that I use every single day. That's pretty crazy. So really, I didn't find out anything that I wasn't expecting to find out. But what I'm using versus what I'm storing and holding on to, ridiculous. I'm going to go ahead real quick and just like scrub down the bathroom top to bottom. We have a small bathroom, so it shouldn't take me too long, especially considering I have bottles with barely any soap left in them that need to be finished up. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that up, scrub this real well, and then put back the things that genuinely, just the things right there that I'm using. And then the rest of it either needs to get put down in our prepared pantry because it is still full, it is still good, it can still be used, and I need to shop my pantry before I go shop anything else. And then the things that are opened, mainly used, they need to go. If I'm not going to use it like today, I just need to let it go and stop holding on to it, because again, it's that deep-seated thing. And I think some of us do this and we might not even realize that why we have so much stuff in our house is because we're afraid to let things go. We're afraid to let go. Well, what if I lose the weight? Or what if I gain weight? Or what if this happens? Or what if that happens? Or what if the kids need this or that? There's like wisdom in having things and being prepared. And then there's folly in holding on to everything because we're not actually trusting God, and we're thinking that we need to hold on to all the things that we can just in case we're going to need them one day and the Lord's going to stop providing for whatever reason. I don't know. So I think there's a lot to take to prayer while I clean and start putting it back together.
Okay.
So we're going to be cleaning. All right, let's get into it.
Serious? So like, be like,
what's up, my gamers? Today
we're on.
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, my gamers? Today, we're cleaning the bathroom. Come and join me. It's going to be a great time. Is that what you wanted? Is that a good? Hey guys, today we're going to be cleaning the bathroom. So, let's get into it. Is that better? Is that better?
Okay, come on. Just cut, that's better.
It hasn't been that long since I cleaned this all. But guess what? It's dusty musty. It's pretty Josie Grossy. Skippity Riz, you know what I'm saying? Y'all.
Not weird.
Well, I did kind of just talk about it, so I don't really know how much more to talk about. Okay, I just checked my podcast. I have spent 2 hours and 10 minutes on this, minus the like 15, 20 minutes I was doing it before I started listening to the podcast. Podcast is fantastic, by the way. There's going to be a video coming out on that because there's so many times that I'm like, what? Y'all need to hear this. So we're not gonna worry about that. Let me show you what I got done, because holy schmoly, y'all. Thank you for being here and for being my encouragement to do this series, because I cannot believe what life is gonna look like 85 days from now when I'm done with this, because this really does change a lot. So let me show you what I got done. Alrighty. Cleaned the curtains, wiped down the window, wiped down the walls, wiped down the ceiling. Look at this, friends. Look how clean this is. Everything is wiped down. So all of this wiped down, necklaces cleaned up, only the ones I wear regularly. Everything on the counter, everything has been scrubbed, literally top to bottom. I just did my mop robo in here, so my floors feel amazing. Like everything is scrubbed. Soap, I frequently pick flowers or pick up flowers from the grocery store and put them in here. And then I love that this has become my husband's way. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna leave it like that. The main things I'm using each day, my epilator, moisturizer, serums, toothbrush, nail brush, my lotion, my soap, all right here, little bottles that I had up there that were only partially used, they are gone. I'll show you what I did with them. Everything is all cleaned up. Shower, I'm gonna wipe it down when I get in there, but I got rid of the empty bottles. I have a little bit left in that, and you know what, I commit. I'm going to use what is left in that, and then I'm going to throw it away as soon as I get out of the shower. So I'm like, woo! I've sprayed everything down. I used up that last little bit of cleaner in the one bottle and then threw the bottle away. Go me. High five. All of this is cleaned up. I even took our Diatomaceous Earth bath mat. These are the best things in the whole wide world. BT dubs, like they're all I will use now. I went ahead and sprayed that and this one down with some bleach just to clean them out really well. And then they're good to go. Y'all look at this. Look at this, look at this, look at this. That is all that is on the back of my door. Condensed all this down. I had 2 of these bottles. I just combined them. That's done. Scrubbed my toilet real well. Look at this. This is all that I have left here, you guys. Come on, high five me. Like, I am so proud of this. Like, I know I needed to do this, but seeing it like all pulled out and then actually doing it, I'm so excited. Like, I cannot wait to come in here and like get a shower, do my skincare, and let me show you. So I had all these extra Q-tips in a nice like container, so I kept those in here. These are the hair products that I'm actually using. I did keep some clips. I did keep a handful of clips, but I used different ones for different purposes. These were all of the like small package face mask things that I have, and so I kept these out, and I'm going to commit to not buy anything until I've used every single one of these up. Not just until it gets low, but until every single one is used up. So we'll see how that goes. I use this every day. I put my fragrance things in here, my lotion that I'm using, my little container. I washed it all out. Empty. Empty except for lotion. Practically empty. Extra toothpaste and extra soap, my mouthwash. And I did keep one hairspray. I don't use it often, but I was like, well, I'll go ahead and just keep one. So everything that's in here is stuff that I am literally using all the time. Let's look down here. Cleaned all of this out, cleaned that up, put the toilet paper in this. That's like my feminine products and extra bras and stuff put in there. And then I use that to hold the different hair tools. Those are the ones that like I use regularly. And then I found I had a couple extra really nice loofahs, and so I went ahead and put them in here just so I wouldn't forget that I had them. But yeah, that's pretty cool. My daughter came in and volunteered. She did her dad's thing, so she emptied it all out, got all of the empty stuff out of it, washed it down really well, organized it all in here for him, although his door isn't shutting right, so I don't know what's going on with that. But she did all that for him. I have this one, which is my main, like, use these things every day. My makeup bag, which is only a few items in it now. Deodorant, these are my charging cables for like my toothbrush, my epilator, face stuff I use regularly, my little iPads, my blemish dots and nail thing, or not nail, nose strips, sorry. It's getting late, I don't know what's going on. And those were other things that I was like, okay, like I use those regularly or like would be using them often enough that I was like, okay, we're gonna put these here kind of front and center. We can always reassess in a couple weeks. And then this one over here, I went ahead and in here I put all the things that, like, I went ahead and condensed this down to only a couple different masks that I've been using. That bar soap, instead of pulling out more body soap, I was like, nope, I need to use these up. I'm leaving a couple like first aid type things in here that I oftentimes need, but this is pretty condensed to like legitimate things that were on the back of the door that now can be in here. Put my hairbrush here, and then this basket was like makeup-y type things that I'm maybe not using regularly right now. Most of them because I didn't remember they existed, but they are things that I really love. And so I went ahead and put them in this basket and thought, again, I'm gonna go ahead and set a reminder on my phone for like a few weeks from now, and I can come back and reassess and see if I still want them this much. But I only gave myself one basket. Everything fits here nice and tidy in this one basket. And honestly, I had plenty of room for it. So I was like, well, I'll put it in here and we'll check back in a couple weeks and a few weeks and kind of, you know, see how I'm doing with that. All of this has been washed, cleaned, put together. Ah, it's fantastic. Looks so nice. So this basket is all stuff that is stuff we like, stuff we would use. It was new or unopened or barely used that is going to go down into my prepared pantry. That's all put together. This is all stuff that I am not using. I need to just give up on it, but it was either in brand new shape or very lightly used, and could be donated and go off to be a blessing to someone else. So this needs to go in the donate pile. I had a handful of things that were really nice things, maybe open but gently used things that I'm just not using enough of and my girls might like. And so, you know, I got hair masks and things like that I've picked up, that I told them that they could go through, and if there was any of this stuff that they might enjoy or like or could, you know, find use of, that they could keep it if it fits in their baskets, which we actually completely broke down their bathroom a few weeks ago. So theirs is actually doing better than mine is. So, again, like these, I was like, hey, do you guys need any soap? Because like any shampoo or conditioner? Because I have these things that they're nice shampoo and conditioner. There's just like a smidgen left and I haven't been using it. So I have a couple things to give to the girls. If they, you know, want to use it, they can, if it fits and if it works out. And then literally this box and this entire trash can is stuff that I pretty much had and used, and then just had like a portion, oh, that got mixed up, had just like a portion of it left that I just continue to not use. And it just sits in here with these like ridiculously tiny amounts of that are starting to dry out and go bad because they're not actually being used. And so I was like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I need to stop holding on to so many things just because I might need a smidgen of that at some point. I've had this bottle or this jar, whatever you want to call it, for years, literal years. I don't know if you can see that. It's all dry. Like it's not even good. I was trying to get some out of it just to try and see. Yeah, it's no good because it's been sitting here for the past few years. That's ridiculous. So y'all, I did it. It's done. It feels so good. I need to go throw away the trash. I'm going to do real quick. And then when I get in the shower, I'll kind of finish wiping down everything in there. But I now can have 2 rooms in my entire house that feel so peaceful and calm and clean and clear and not like chaos and clutter and stress. And that is now my living room and my bathroom. And so it feels really, really good to get this done. And I love today that I am probably just as exhausted as I was yesterday, but at least it's from like a physical exhaustion. I took a couple hours on this, you know, probably especially with filming up to 3 hours just because that takes me a while, but 2.5 hours easily of like actual work time. But I pulled everything out. I went through every single thing. I cleaned everything. I mean, I scrubbed literally from the ceiling to the floors and everything in between, every nook and cranny. Every bottle that came back in here, I wiped down really well, really thoughtfully tried to sort through everything and go, do I really need this? Is this really helping? Is this really a blessing? The things that I have in here, I'm already eyeing them. I'm like, all right, I have to use that. I'm going to set alarms on my phone. And 3 weeks from now, if I am not using them, they need to go, right? I need to reassess that. And I think for me, this 92-day challenge, this clean slate challenge is just that. It's genuinely cleaning off my slate, assessing it, looking around and being like, is this really how I want to live? Am I really doing each day what I feel God calling me to do? How do I take everything off except for the essentials, spend some time there really prayerfully assessing them, and then start to rebuild the life that I want to be living, and one that is constantly stressed, cluttered, trying to keep up, trying to make ends meet, trying to keep up with all the things is not one that I want. I am over it. There is nothing physically in this house that I own that I care about enough that it is worth the constant trying to keep up, always having so much to do, one thing after another, try. I'm done. And so going through and clearing all of this out, knowing that in here now is just the essentials, feels amazing. And as for the candles that were on my counter, I did go ahead and the Walmart one that I'm like, I just need to finish it up. So I lit it, I set it on my dresser, and I've just been letting it run this whole time. It can go until I go to bed and then I can throw it away. Like, I don't even care. It smells nice. It smells lovely. Everything's clean. Everything's tidy. I don't have a bunch of junk hanging off of everywhere. Oh, this is amazing. So thank you for joining me today. I feel like I've gotten a lot done, but more than the physical stuff around me, I feel like the Lord has just revealed so much. It continues to reveal so much about where I am holding on so tightly, and I just need to trust Him and trust that I can take all this weight of the clutter, of the chaos, of the excess, of the things I'm mentally trying to keep track of or keep up with or clean, or even that mental weight of, I'm going to have to organize that. I'm going to have to clear that out. I'm going to have to do something with that. To be able to strip all of that away and just say, Lord, you promise to provide exactly what it is that I need. And what I have today is what you know I need today. So if I don't have it today, I don't actually need it today. And whatever tomorrow brings, you're already there, Lord. I don't need to be so worried about that. Let tomorrow worry about itself. Yes, I can be a wise steward, and part of that is not feeling the need to have to hold on to every little thing, but trusting that as I work diligently as unto the Lord, He will provide exactly what I need. So I hope this can be an encouragement for you here today. I'm gonna go get my shower. I'm gonna clean down the shower. I'm probably gonna pick out a nice little face mask or something to put on. And I'm gonna go spend some time with my family and rest in the knowledge that one day closer, we're getting there to that nice clean slate. I will go ahead and leave this playlist for you all right up here. If there's anything I can do for you, leave me a comment, let me know. Otherwise, I will see you right back here tomorrow as we're gonna figure out which is the first habit that I'm gonna start adding into my day that you all have actually voted on. So I'm really, really excited to go see which habit is one, rebuilding of the life I know I need to be living. I'll see you all then. Bye, friends. Also, Cleo is still totally asleep. She woke up for a second and then, yeah, totally went right back to bed.